Good, happy Sunday evening. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this Sunday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Sunday evening, so let's get started right now. First up, police arrest man who allegedly fired gun in downtown Concord. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell saying a federal abortion ban is possible.
Access to care here could be threatened. Don Bolduc, Chuck Morse, and Kevin Smith would all vote for a nationwide abortion ban. Don't let them make abortion illegal in New Hampshire.
Concord man is facing charges after he allegedly fired a gun in the city's downtown area last spring. Investigators say in April there was an incident near Park Street. They say it involved members of the Knights of Sin, Outlaws, and Hell's Angels motorcycle clubs. That's when police say Jeremy Ducharme fired a shot from a handgun. No one was hurt.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. Little free farm stand provide free vegetables to people in Nashua. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Hi, it's Happy Car from the New Car family of dealerships. Follow me around New England. We have 28 locations with over 1,700 used vehicles available right now. Don't worry, I'll do the running around. No matter where your next vehicle is located, I'll deliver from any store to your door for free.
This is wonderful. Hey. I wish it was here all year.
It's like a grocery store.
Oh, nice.
But free.
This is one of the locations where we get to give away free vegetables to families in need around this location.
This little free farm stand has been next to UU Church in Nashua for the last 3 years. Marin Holm has come every Sunday for the last 3 weeks.
And I don't have to pick them up at the store that I can't afford. We have an abundance, so we want to share it. So we just want to encourage people to eat healthily, and people do.
All these veggies coming from either volunteer gardens or local farms, producing 15,000 pounds of food this year that can serve up to 600 families.
Well, that's over 2,000 people that we're helping feed farm fresh food with.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I wait for it every week.
A project that has sprouted to 3 farm stands and multiple mobile units that deliver food when people can't come to the stand.
Service Credit Union actually helped us to expand this last year into 3 sites, and then this year bring in that mobile component where we could get into the neighborhoods where we can't quite set up a permanent stand.
And not 1 pound goes to waste.
Like today's stand, anything that's left over, we bring over to one of the local veterans' homes. And then another day we have mothers in transitional housing unit that we bring food to, or the food pantry.
Little free farm stand, not so little anymore. People are allowed to buy produce at a grocery store, and then they can drop it off at some of the stands. And some staff and volunteers, they actually grow their own food and donate it to the stand themselves. And also local farms like Lavoie's Farm also donate to the farm stand.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. A great story there. Woman killed in collision with propane truck in Claremont. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Hi, it's Happy Car from the New Car family of dealerships. Follow me around New England. We have 28 locations with over 1,700 used
Claremont are investigating a crash that killed a 63-year-old woman. It happened around 8:45 yesterday morning after authorities say a propane truck collided with her sedan on Windsor Road. The two people who were inside the truck are cooperating with police. Anyone who may have information about this crash should call Claremont Police.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. The 65th Annual New Hampshire Antique Show returns to Manchester. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Hi, it's Happy Car from the New Car family of dealerships. Follow me around New England. We have 28 locations.
This weekend, Granite Staters are getting a piece of the past. This year marks the 65th Annual New Hampshire Antique Show. The show wrapped up this afternoon at the Doubletree Inn in Manchester. It's known for some pretty cool artifacts of Americana. Antique lovers could find everything from furniture to paintings to advertising.
Not only are they scholars and in their own right, they have customers repeat customers who come back every year who want to add a piece to their collection.
Organizers say the event welcomed a huge crowd of antique lovers. On opening day, the line to get in wrapped around the entire building.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. Sounds like a great event. New Hampshire high school student build plane flown in Londonderry's Plane Fest. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Searching for a new GMC? Well, good news. The search is over. Check out this month's up.
The hard work of New Hampshire high school students is finally getting off the ground. This two-seat propeller plane that you see on your screen was built by students at Manchester School of Technology. The plane took off yesterday morning to kick off Plane Fest in Londonderry. The project was done in partnership with educational nonprofit Tango Flight and the Aviation Museum of New Hampshire.
We try to look to the future and get young people interested in their future in aviation and aerospace, which is a hugely important field to this region and to our whole nation. And we want young kids to get inspired early enough for them to really devote a whole career to it.
When the project was launched back in 2019, it was the only the fourth of its kind in the nation. School officials say the plane will eventually be sold on the open market, with the proceeds going to fund more student builds in the future.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Cool, cool, cool. Friends of Anna host Triathlon in Bedford. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Running, biking, and swimming, a lot of exercise, and all for a good cause. This morning in Bedford, the Friends of Anya hosted a triathlon. It was a race designed for kids aged 4 to 15, regardless of their athletic ability.
Yeah, more than 300 racers participated in the event, and all the proceeds for the event go towards the Friend of Anya Center for Grieving Children and Families. The group was started by the Phillips family after the death of their daughter, Anya, from a rare disease, and offers bereavement support services to grieving children and families.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Entrepreneurship event in Merrimack ran entirely by kids. Take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
And what were you doing at 11 years old? Well, today, probably nothing too crazy, but today, an 11-year-old named Sarah Snavely, she put together Merrimack's first children's business fair all by herself.
Impressive. And at the event, parents are off to the sides as the kids set up their area and advertise and sell their products. There were bracelets, baked goods, Legos, paintings, slime, and even tech help. Obviously, the future is bright when Miss Slavely is in charge.
It just feels great because when you're a kid, your parents have to help you with a lot of things, and this fair has helped me become more independent.
Sarah already knows what she wants to be when she grows up. She wants to be the owner of a chain of pizzerias, and I would definitely be in line to try them.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Cool event there. NTSB released factual report on 2020 deadly crash involving a plane that left from New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
When Fireball comes through, the vibes ignite. Chilling with the squad, igniting.
Tonight, we're learning more about the 2020 deadly crash involving a plane that took off from New Hampshire and crashed in New York. Steve Barnes, a personal injury lawyer, and his niece Elizabeth were both killed when the single-engine plane Steve was flying crashed. New documents released by an NTSB factual report does not reveal a cause of the crash, but states the plane went down suddenly and at a rapid speed of 5,000 feet per minute. It also mentions Steve didn't have any drugs or alcohol in his system.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Threats to FBI increase after search of Mar-a-Lago. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
And the latest on the search of Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence and the fallout. The FBI issuing an intelligence bulletin citing rising threats against government officials with the potential for attacks by violent domestic extremists. ABC's Mary Alice Parks joins us now live from the Justice Department in Washington with more on what we're learning about the search. Mary Alice, good morning.
Janae, good morning. When the federal judge unsealed the search warrant of Mar-a-Lago, it raised a lot of questions about the Department of Justice's investigation. Now, this morning, we are learning some new details about the months building up to that search warrant. Overnight, new details about the lead up to that unprecedented execution of a search warrant at former President Trump's personal residence. ABC News confirming a report in the New York Times that a lawyer for President Trump signed a statement in June after a visit by the FBI saying that all classified documents at Mar-a-Lago had been turned over to federal investigators. But fast forward to last week, FBI agents say after their search Monday, they found 11 sets of classified documents, including 4 sets marked top secret and 1 marked top secret SCI, a classification reserved for some of the nation's most sensitive national security intelligence, normally only viewed in a highly secured area.
It's very important that the FBI and other security officials fully investigate how this was able to occur and whether that information was either inadvertently or intentionally disclosed to those who shouldn't be seeing it.
ABC News also learning that the Department of Justice sent 2 subpoenas related to the retrieval of these documents before executing the search warrant, one seeking security footage at Mar-a-Lago. Attorney General Merrick Garland this week underscoring they did not take the decision to seek a warrant lightly.
Where possible, it is standard practice to seek less intrusive means as an alternative to a search and to narrowly scope any search that is undertaken.
According to the search warrant made public by a federal judge this week, FBI agents were searching Trump's residence for evidence of 3 potential crimes, including potential obstruction of justice and violations of the Espionage Act. The FBI warning of new threats to its agents and law enforcement since Monday's search, saying in a joint intelligence bulletin obtained by ABC News that there has already been an increase in threats and acts of violence, including armed encounters against law enforcement, judiciary, and government personnel in reaction to the search. Many Republicans on Capitol Hill, when they learned of the search, were quick to accuse the FBI of overstepping and playing politics. Other Democrats this weekend calling for calm.
It is incredibly dangerous to have responsible leaders in this country turning Americans, turning us angry and hateful towards our system of justice itself.
Now, we know that experts, law enforcement, and court staff are worried about the safety and security of the Florida judge who signed off on that search warrant. He's become the focus of numerous online threats. We are seeing calls for increased security around him and others if these threats continue. Eva?
Mary Alice Parks for us there at the Department of Justice. Let's bring in ABC's Jonathan Carl, who'll be hosting this.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. That does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great evening. Good night and goodbye.